Okay, so we're in Liverpool Hilton, first press conference in 18 months, Ed. Yeah?
Yeah, that's right, mate. I mean, I didn't know if it was Crawler interviewing me or Jorge Masvidal with that Barnett, but it was great. It's kind of like
Jack Grealish.
it felt like, you know, when you have a birthday party and you haven't thrown one for a while, you just hope people will turn up. And obviously, you always know the size of a show by the amount of people that come to the press conference.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? When you were fighting, there used to be a lot of people turn up, to be fair. This one, I think, it's caught people's attention. It's got their imagination. Liverpool v Liverpool, big fight.
Yeah, huge fight. And you just mentioned the undercard, Ed, in the press conference. It's the light middleweight division. There's not a bad fight on the card. Not a bad fight on the card. Even right down from the lightweight with Luke Willis finally getting his chance with Ryland Clark. Where do you see like the winner, those two winners? Do you see those two winners fighting each other and then pushing towards the winner of the main event?
Yeah, I think it's probably the best Saturday night card we've done for many years, and certainly in Liverpool. I think JJ Metcalf against Kieran Conway, great example of, you know the game, Colin. It's like you suffer a loss, and what you really want is a little easy 10-rounder just to get back on the horse, right? So here I said, look guys, why don't you just fight each other? Oh yeah, but you know, and it's obviously we're lucky to be in this deal we're in at the moment with the zone where I can say, no, here's the money, it's great money, and if you think you can win, do it. So then you get Kieran Conway against the JJ Metcalf, and obviously Cheeseman against Williamson was a purse bid as well, two great fights. And then you got like Fowler Smith, so intriguing because someone said to me, yeah, but where does Anthony Fowler go if he gets beat? It's like what Liam said to me. I said, to be honest with you, he's where he is now.
He fights one of the winners.
Yeah, basically. And I know he said, yeah, but why should they fight him? Because it's such a high-profile fight. The pressure really is on Beefy. And I know he's a favourite, but he can't afford to lose his fight, especially like even personally. Do you know what I mean? Because he won't want to be walking around here. So the card is great. Shannon Courtney defending her world title as well. Like you said, Luke Willis against Ryland Charlton's a real good tear-up as well. And it's just a great card. I've missed Liverpool. I miss going out.
Great sized arena, yes. Yeah. Downstairs, they always look after you.
Old days.
Now, good. You mentioned there about the light middleweight, you know, going over the fight camps there the last 2 weeks. The featherweight division probably at a higher level because they're already there at world level, and Josh has got his big fight coming up. Do you see a similar sort of process there, possibly around Robin tournament? Josh comes through that hopefully against Lara. You've got Galahad who put in a brilliant performance against Jazza. Jazza can come back again, and then Lee Wood. Do you see a similar?
I do. I think whenever there's a division where there's loads of great fights domestically, you should just try and make them all. But the only thing stopping them is the money, or has been stopping them. Now we can actually do those fights. You know, when you were fighting, people talk about the Campbell fight, and eventually we got the Burns fight. But basically, it's like no one really wants to lose a domestic fight. People are happy to lose at world level, but they don't want to lose to a domestic fight. It's a bit like, you know, when Warrington fought Galahad, really close fight, he wants to move on and not fight Galahad anymore. Now Galahad's looking, you know, do you fight Jordan Gill? Well, no, I fight Jordan Gill, I could fight someone, Unify. So basically it all comes down to money, but when you look at that division, quite rightly, Warrington has to beat Lara first. I mean, that's... everyone's talking about Warrington against him and Warrington against him. He has to beat a guy that just stopped him. You know, obviously Kid Galahad looking to defend and then unify. Hopefully the WBA make Lee Wood the super champion. He can. I mean, really, I think if they make him super champion, Kid Galahad should fight Lee Wood. WBA super, IBF, Nottingham against Sheffield, great fight. You know, and one thing about Kid Galahad was I think he should get credit for Saturday because sometimes people have questioned how exciting he is. For over 1,000 punches on Saturday. You know, he was, and he's spiteful, and he's going to be really difficult to beat.
Definitely. I think people underestimate just how strong the featherweight is as well, don't they, Ed? I think last but not least, this week, great main event. I was there the night Bolotniks beat Jose Burton in the corner.
Strong.
Very strong. How do you see it going, Ed? Do you think?
I think it's a war, you know, and I guess you just hope that you're right about Joshua Buatsi.
Yes.
You know, from the moment I saw him in the Rio Olympics winning bronze, I thought this kid is a tremendous fighter. He loves to have a war. He keeps every interview I listen to him, and he talks about he wants to go into deep waters with Bolotniks and stuff like that. And the part of me is going, well, you know,
smart.
I mean, Bolotniks. That's where Bolotniks wants you. He wants to have a tear up in this fight. He's carved out of stone. He's so tough. But we always talk about that fight between where you're fighting and world level, and having something in between that shows you you're ready. And if he can deal with Bolotniks in style, I believe he should go on and fight for a world title. I think Buatsi is an outstanding talent, but we're going to find out on Saturday just how good he is.
Finally, Ed, you mentioned then Pete McGrail.
Yes.
Possibly the pick of the litter regarding the Olympians. You're going to be looking to be adding more for sure, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Olympians have been incredible. I mean, some of them, you know, my advice to him is just to get started straight away, particularly the ones that didn't medal. because those guys are going to be going doing their road show now.
Enjoying the show,
So
yeah.
someone like Peter McGrail, we spoke to him. We'll talk about the promotional deal later, but for now, here's the opportunity to jump on October 9, debut in front of 9,000 people in Liverpool, and start your journey. So, all of those guys, we want to sign them all, and we'll be in the hunt to do so.
Good stuff. Ed, thank you, mate, and I'll see you soon.